Hello and welcome once again to another conference of this self-knowledge course. Today we'll be studying this interesting topic where we'll be learning that we really are mechanical creatures. What is that that makes us mechanical creatures, and how we can stop being simple machines and eliminate the mechanicalness that drives us from moment to moment so that it is the consciousness that manifests. When we talk about a mechanical creature, we are talking about a robot, which is managed by certain programs so that it does this or that according to the commands of that program. Although it may seem incredible to us, intellectual animals who mistakenly call ourselves men, we are robots managed by certain programs. Those programs are our psychological defects, which take control of the human machine and manifest through us. We believe that we are the ones who think, feel, act, desire, or speak when they are really our defects. We must also take into account the matter of the laws of nature by which we are subjected because of our defects, such as the law of recurrence, word that means to occur again. This implies that we are always repeating the same thing day after day, like machines that must comply with a previously established schedule. In no way could we deny the law of recurrence taking place in each moment of our lives. Certainly, each day of our existence, there is a repetition of events, states of consciousness, words, desires, thoughts, volitions, etc., etc. Although we are not aware of it, every day we are repeating the same things, feeding the same defects, which by law of recurrence come to fulfill their appointment or daily commitment. That is why it is said that it would only be enough to take one day of our life as a sample to realize what our complete life is like. For example, when the alarm goes off in the morning, we usually set the clock back 5 minutes. Then when we get up, the first thing we do is taking our phone and going to the bathroom. It gets late and we rush out to our work. The next day when we get up, we do the same thing. We start and finish our day equal. Feelings, thoughts, discussions, talks are repeated, all the same. But how would we realize this daily repetition if we do not self-observe? It is obvious that when we do not self-observe, we cannot be aware of this incessant daily repetition. Let's remember that self-observation consists of observing our inner world, which is made up of our thoughts, desires, feelings, sensations, and so on. He who does not feel any interest in observing himself does not want to work to achieve a true radical transformation either. To make matters worse, there are people who want to transform themselves without working on themselves. We do not deny the fact that everyone has the right to real happiness of the spirit, but it is also true that such happiness would be more than impossible if we do not work on ourselves. We can change intimately when we really manage to modify our reactions to the various events that occur daily. We could not modify our way of reacting to the facts of practical life if we do not work seriously on ourselves. We need to change our way of thinking, be less negligent, become more serious, and take life differently in its real and practical sense. However, if we continue as we are, behaving in the same way every day, repeating the same mistakes with the same negligence as always, any possibility of change will be in fact eliminated. Impossible. To stop being machines, we have to not do what our defects want us to do. Doing the opposite of what the defect wants, not reacting the way the defect wants. Self-observe ourselves to see what is the defect that wants to act and how it wants to act. realize that it is a defect, that it is not part of our consciousness, ask the mother for its elimination, make a logical confrontation about the conscious action would, what the conscious action would be, and act according to it. This is how we will get out of the mechanicalness, and we will gain autonomy over ourselves. Here we bring two exercises that will help us a lot with this purpose. The first is the retrospection. If we really want to get to know ourselves, we must begin by observing our own behavior in the face of the events of any day in our lives. We do not mean by this that we should not observe ourselves daily. Hopefully, before going to bed, we should always do a retrospect of the different events of our day. We only want to affirm that we must begin by observing a first day. In everything, there must be a beginning, and starting by observing our behavior on any day of our lives is a good start. Observing our mechanical reactions to all those small details in the bedroom, home, dining room, house, street, work, etc., etc. What we say, what we feel, what we think is certainly the most indicated thing to start doing. The important thing is to see later how or in what way we can change those reactions. However, if we believe that we are good people, that we never behave in an unconscious and wrong way, we will never change. First of all, we need to understand that we are people machines, simple puppets controlled by secret agents, by hidden eyes, hidden ego, and within our person live many people. We are never identical. Sometimes a mean person manifests in us, other times an irritable person, at any other moment a splendid, benevolent person, later a scandalous or a slanderous person, then a saint, then a liar, etc., etc., etc. We have people of all kinds within each one of us. Eyes, ego, defects of all kinds. Our personality is nothing more than a puppet, a talking doll, something mechanical. When we self-observe and do not do what this or that I wants, what this or that defect wants, it is clear that we begin to stop being machines. For example, if when we get up, the defect of laziness starts manifesting, making us want to postpone the alarm for 5 more minutes, immediately, as we are in self-observation, we can see that defect and ask for its elimination. Or maybe the defect wants us to take the phone to the bathroom as every day, but this time we'll not do what the defect wants. We're going to ask for its elimination, then get up and go to the bathroom to do what we have to do. If someone treats us in an humiliating way, our defect will want to react aggressively. There we observe that that makes us want to insult, yell, hit, etc., etc. And we do the opposite, and so on. The other exercise consists in behaving consciously during small parts of the day. We need to stop being simple machines, even for a few minutes a day. This will have a decisive influence on our existence. We can decide that we will remain conscious while we get up, while we make the bed, while we cook, or while we go to work. Being conscious is being in the present moment, in the here and now, in constant self-observation and self-remembering, maintaining concentration on what we are doing and feeling how we are the ones who are acting there and doing the things. A single moment in which we are conscious enough to stop being a machine, if done voluntarily, tends to radically change many unpleasant circumstances. Well, some impediments to stop being machines are the following. laziness first. Unfortunately, we daily live a mechanistic, routine, absurd life. We repeat events. Our habits are the same. We have never wanted to change them. They are the mechanical track along which the train of our miserable existence runs, even though we think the best of ourselves. There is a strong resistance to work on oneself. It seems like a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice to eliminate our defects, our old customs and beliefs. Self-observation is also something that requires a lot of effort, something we don't want to do. Another impediment is mythomania. Wherever the mythomaniac abound, those who believe they are gods, and they are just mechanical, routine creatures, characters from the mud of the earth, those moved by different eyes. People like this will not work on themselves because they believe they are very good and perfect, and therefore understand that they have nothing to work on and change. They believe that they have no defect other than being perfect. And well, this been today's conference. Thank you very much for having joined us. We invite you to the next conference where we will be explaining how to achieve a true radical change in our lives. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time.